Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the vlog. If you're new here, hi, my name is Lexi. It is so nice to meet you. You saw my little morning routine. I showered, got dressed, got ready, and I made myself some breakfast. This is my go-to yogurt bowl. And today we are following up on the East Coast It Girl series. Today is the East Coast It Girl itinerary, all things beauty. So we are going to get our nails done. I also have a lot of work to do. So I created a schedule of what we're doing today, right here. I already did some of these, so we're gonna check them off. But the next thing that we are gonna do is we are gonna eat breakfast and then we are gonna head over to my nail salon. I am not sure what nails we're getting today, but today will be a very fun day and I'm so excited to take you along. Hey guys, headed to the nail salon now. This is the inspo pick that we are gonna ask to see if they can do. If they don't have the chrome, then we will try something else, but I love this salon. I come every 3 or 4 weeks. So old nails, bye. Say hello to the new nails. Okay guys, we just got back from the nail salon. Are you ready? Look how cute they are. Oh my god, she ate down. I originally went in with the exact inspo picture that I showed you guys, and I wanted it to be very like chrome vibes, really like matching this necklace perfectly, because I have been, since I dyed my hair, I've really been in the silver vibe of things. And I saw this on Pinterest and I really wanted to do it, but my biggest fear is I didn't know if they were gonna have the color that I was looking for. So I'm talking to the lady, I show her the picture and she was like, I think we have it. I go to a different lady than who I normally get my nails done with, and she whips this out and she literally killed it. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. And I'm so excited. These are the nails that I'm gonna have when I go to New York, and it's perfect. It's exactly what I wanted. So next stop, it is currently 1 o'clock. I have a work block that is supposed to start at 12:30. So the nail appointment ran late, which is okay. But that means we have to go and start work. So my work block is going to be at a coffee shop. We are gonna edit what we have right now. I also have to plan for the podcast that I'm recording tomorrow, and then I'm going to try to get at least a little bit writing done for the book. So let's go to a coffee shop. Okay guys, we made it to the coffee shop. We are at Obby's Books and Brews, which is one of my favorite coffee shops in my city. I adore it. One thing I really like about them is if you are eating here or drinking here, they have a pledge of sustainability. So they always bring you stuff in reusable things, which is really nice. I also got a bagel. There's a jalapeno cheddar bagel with plain cream cheese. I think a spot just opened up where I want to sit, so I'm gonna move. Give me 1 second. Okay. We're back. There's this table that I adore that every time I'm here, somebody's sitting in, and I really, really wanted to sit in it this time. So they left and I'm excited. But like I said, I got my lunch as well. It is a jalapeno cheddar bagel with plain cream cheese. This is a honey vanilla latte with oat milk. If you're a long-term watcher of the vlog, or if you've ever listened to the podcast, or if you know me at all, you know that I drink 2 things and 2 things only. It's either iced vanilla matchas with oat milk or a honey vanilla latte with oat milk. And I should probably branch out, but I won't, because one thing that will surely ruin the editing process or the writing process or the creative process at all would be a bad coffee. I think I would just be so sad the entire time I'm editing. I'm just like, so this is really good, really tasty. Great weather today, so I'm gonna hang out here for a little bit. Like I said, I have to create the outline for the podcast. That is step one. That's the most important thing that we have to do today. I also wanted to get some writing in. I cannot believe that we announced this book last week, and from working on it from last week to this week, I have accumulated 12,000 words, which means we only have 38,000 to go to make it a good book. But I'm really, really excited for it. This has definitely been what's been driving me and exciting me. So I'm going to eat, I'm going to drink my coffee, and I'm going to do some work, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Okay, guys, so hopefully this is picking up, but I wanted to take you guys along with me on the outline for the podcast. And when I say outline, I mean the way in which the podcast is structured. Every single episode, we do a full outline where I loosely write out what I want to talk about just to make it all cohesive in the entirety of it. But this is what it looks like before I start anything. So let me show you. Let me grab a screen grab from this and I will explain it to you. Okay, so now that we have the screen recording, you can see kind of what the outline looks like. We always start off with the Lucky Girl segment, which is at the top of every single episode, just so you get to know me a little bit better, because I genuinely love listening to podcasts where I feel like they're my best friend. I feel like I know them. I feel like I connect with them really well. And the entire point of the podcast is very lifestyle, I'm right there by your side type vibes. So I like talking about what I'm going through. So if anybody relates, then it's a good vibe. So we do the weekly recap. This is the first episode back from our hiatus. So it's going to be more than weekly. We're going to have a lot to talk about. And then we do the Lucky Girl Obsessions, and then the What Has Made Me Feel Lucky This Week. And then going into pre sections, because we always have 3 sections. Pre sections, we kind of pull the listener in with our intro thoughts. So intro thoughts is going to be kind of a 1 or 2 sentence take on what the episode is going to be about. So, episode 91 is going to be about quarter life crisis and figuring life out and what I've been going through. So, my intro thoughts is going to be probably a couple sentences about how weird it feels to be 24 and to be experiencing life over and over again and stuff like that. And then we get into section one. Section one is going to be the most attractive section, I feel like, because it is still pretty much at the top of the episode. I'm still kind of wanting to keep the listener engaged, keep them interested. So it is relevance and relatability. We talk about really thoroughly what the topic is about before we dive a little bit deeper. So it is kind of just the top notes of what the top topic is going to be about. A lot of the times it is a lot of metaphors and it is a lot of just relating one thing to something else. So people are clicking in their brains, okay, yeah, this makes sense. Moving into section 2. Section 2 is the meat of the episode. It is the core message and mindset shifts of it because, like I said, lifestyle self help is the entire basis of the podcast. So, really, I want to be able to take whatever situation I'm in, whatever the topic is about, and be able to flip it and transform it so it can transform your life. So, this is definitely the deepest topic, or the deepest section, I should say. We dive really deep about why this episode is even happening. We dive really deep about how it can influence you, how it can change you, and how it all ties together into the lucky girl lifestyle that we know and love. And then the final section is the practical takeaways and reassurance. If people have stayed for that long, for the hour-long podcast, this is the hold your hand, tell you I love you section. So I am very much, reminding them why this episode is important. And if you've clicked on it, that means you are interested in it, and just things like that. So this is definitely just a reminder of who you are and who you will be. And I think that's one of my favorite things. And then the last thing, just like we did intro thoughts, we do outro reminders. So it is a lot of call to actions as well. Subscribe, whatever. But the outro reminders mostly are that last, oh yeah, and so a lot of the times it's don't forget that you're amazing. Don't forget. It's just something that they get to take away with them until the next episode and be able to move through their weeks being like, okay, yeah, I remember that. Because the things that click the most are one of the last things that people say. So that is what the outline looks like. I'm going to dive deep into episode 91, start planning it out, and then we are going to try to get some work done on the book. Okay, guys, we're done with the coffee shop editing and all of that. I didn't get a ton done. I didn't get any writing done for the book. But that is because I have a second work block that I think I'm going to do 6 to 7:30 tonight, to just kind of close the day out. But I also parked in a parking spot that only had an hour, and I was there for 2 hours. So we'll see if my car has a ticket on it or not. We're gonna learn together. But honestly, really productive. I was feeling at a loss with the podcast for a really long time. I didn't know what I wanted to write, how I wanted to write, where I wanted the podcast to go. And now that I'm kind of more in the zone, I'm finding myself more. I'm having a lot of fun finding a new niche for the podcast. So writing the outline was super, super fun. Let's see. This is the moment of truth, guys. No ticket. That is the one thing I did learn about living in the city now is sometimes you gotta break the rules because there's literally no parking anywhere ever. So sometimes when you see a spot that's like, yeah, you can only park here for an hour, sometimes you kind of just gotta push it to 2 hours. Because if I had only abided by street signs, I would literally never get any work done. So, because there's no parking, like long-term parking anywhere in this city. It is super hard, and I never thought I'd see the day where it's harder to have a car than it is to not have a car, because my car is my baby. But it's difficult sometimes to get work done in coffee shops, which is my preferred location for offices. I much rather prefer to work in a coffee shop than work from home, just because I get really bored at home and then I want to do like a million things. And at a coffee shop, I'm in the zone, and maybe it's performative. Maybe in my head, I'm just like the cool girl who's like writing on her computer and nobody knows what she's doing, and she's actually like a spy who's plotting against the world. But still, I like it. It's cool. So, anyways, it is time to go home. It is currently 2:30, almost 3 o'clock, which means it is time for a little rest, reset, to go say hi to the cats, and then I think dinner is gonna be around 5:30, and then I think I'm gonna do my work block actually from 5:30 to 7:30, so 2 hours. So we'll see. I'll see you guys at home. Little pit stop to get some pictures, specifically for the thumbnail, but this is just a really pretty area and the lighting, it's really good, so pit stop. Okay, I have been sitting here for about 2 hours. It is now 4:30. I got a couple words in for the book, but I think that I'm gonna be done for the day. I think it's time to wind down, take my makeup off. I think I'm gonna do some yoga, some stretching. Oh, there's a bug biting me. Ugh. This is why I don't go outdoors. But honestly, today was a very good day, a very productive day. I don't think I'm gonna end the vlog just yet. We might talk a little bit before I go to bed, but for now, work is all done. I'm gonna pack up and go back into the house, take my makeup off, and maybe eat dinner. It's the next day. I'm heading out to edit what you're watching, but I wanted to end out the vlog. Thank you so much for being here. Honestly, that was a very, very fun day for me. I love days where I can just be in the zone, focus on myself. I love getting my nails done, so I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to the main channel as well, and I will see you next week with a brand new vlog. Bye!